G'day everyone. Today we're going to look at a simple but pretty helpful app within Simply Business, and it's called Simpli.status. It's really project status. So when I come in to the status app here, what I can see is all of my team members. We've added a few more staff to our little design company here. And what it's showing me is each of the tasks they've been assigned to based on the filter that I'm looking at the moment, which happens to be this week. So along the top here, we do have our standard options that we've seen in other areas. So we can add a lead, project, or support task from this list. We can filter by project. Now this at the moment is actually showing all tasks. So that would be lead tasks, project tasks, and support tasks. But if I filter on a specific project, so for example, ABC Mowers, then I will only see the ABC Mowers task. I can filter by time, and this is all the projects that are due, also all the tasks that are due this week. And I can also search for a specific task using the search filter. Now in the week filter, which we saw in previous apps, we've got a few more options this time. Now, when we were looking at the task list, the date filters went back in time. So we could look at this week, last week, fortnight ending this week, fortnight ending last week, last month, and this month, etc., all the way down to all and custom. In our status list, we actually can move forward in time as well. So we can start with this week, and then we can either go to last week and next week, fortnight ending this week, or fortnight starting this week. And so what this is for is I can have a quick overview of all the tasks that have been assigned to the team members for this week and what's due. I can also look at next week, or I can look at this week and next week, or I can look at next week and the week after, or I can look at all of this month, all of this quarter, and then finally all of this year. That would give you like a big overview of what's happening, although probably not as helpful as really just looking at what's on this week. And so the purpose of this list is just to quickly jump in and see what's going on, what are people working on, where are they up to, and get any quick indicators that things might be going a bit off the rails in terms of the project. So for example, if we jump in here again and have a look, we can see that AG, another guy, is struggling a bit with this design task because it was allocated for 2 hours, but he's already timesheeted 3 hours and 11 minutes. So we're already 159%, so we're well over budget on that task. And if that was a fixed fee task, we're now starting to lose money on that. So as a project management issue, we might want to get beside another guy and just ask what's going on, why is it taking so long, and see if he needs help and how we can wrap this up quickly so we don't keep losing money on that particular task. We can see that Chloe here is working on the redesign of the XYZ logo, and she spent an hour out of the 2 hours, so that's all going along quite nicely. She also has another task assigned to her, which is due tomorrow, that she hasn't started yet. We can see that I have paused on this example of a logo on a building task for whatever reason. I'm not working on it right now, probably because I'm project managing, seeing what everyone else is doing. And then we've got this designer here who is not working on design option number 3, but should be because it's due tomorrow. So we need to find out why he's not actually working on anything. And then we've got our intern here who hasn't got anything assigned to him at all. So what's happened in our example here is that we are doing a redesign of ABC Mowers logo, because remember in our example, I think there was a spelling mistake or something in it. And so what we're going to do is we're going to redesign the whole logo. They want a whole new logo. And we've kind of set up an internal design competition where we've got design option 1, design option 2, and design option 3 across 3 designers. And so they're kind of competing with each other to come up with 3 designs. We're going to present that to the client, and the client can pick the one that they like. But as far as project management goes, we've kind of messed up a bit here because we have got Chloe working on a redesign for XYZ logo and then assigned to work on the design option number 1 for ABC logos, but then we haven't given in anything for our intern to do. And this is where it's really easy to use the status app to just take this task and drag it over to the intern and get him to work on it. So now everybody has something to do, and I can just quickly look at this list and say, what's going on this week? Has everybody got something to do? Are they all working on something? If they're paused, why are they paused? If they're stuck, I can see that they're stuck. And if they're over budget or over time on a task, I can see that as well. So basically once or twice a day, or maybe every couple of hours, I can jump into the status app, get a quick overview, and identify any issues before they become big problems. So although it's a very simple tool, hopefully you'll find it really handy, particularly if you're a small business owner or a project manager within a small business where you're time poor, you've got a lot of your own things to work on. And keeping track of where everybody's up to and whether tasks are going over time and over budget can get away from you. This is an easy way to jump in a few times a day and just quickly get an overview and make sure you get on top of any issues before they become big problems.